Good afternoon. Today I'd like to talk about two things. The medicine that lives inside of me that I've created called Diamond Liquid Oxygen and Good Enough. These two items, the Diamond and the Good Enough, meshing together. So the Diamond Liquid Oxygen is about your breath. The taking in of a quality of oxygen where you can receive the oxygen. And good enough is the deep knowing of your value, that you are good enough and being that way. Let's start by giving examples of when you act as though you were not good enough. When you shoot yourself in the foot and believe untruths that put you down. My first example. A person approaches with a compliment. What an excellent job you did. There's a few seconds before you answer because you're assessing their voice. You are so sure they are being sarcastic or mocking. They couldn't actually mean you did a good job. The second is someone approaches you and says, "You look lovely today." It never occurs to you actually look lovely. You immediately go into a story about how horrible you look. "I've got bags under my eyes. I am so tired," to convince the other person of your truth, the truth of how you shoot yourself in the foot. The last example is very dear to me. It's Toastmasters. I've worked very hard at Toastmasters, and a speech is a lot of work. First you write the speech, then you practice it and the timing, and then of course you show up to Toastmasters and you present the speech. When you present the speech, you're loud, you're clear, you make eye contact with the people, you do pauses, you keep your ums and ahs to a bare minimum, and you accomplish the speech. And as you accomplish it, rather than saying, "Job well done," you remember the two very small details that aren't perfect. And you consider the whole speech a write-off, when truly it was more than good enough. It was amazing. But because it was not perfect, you are unhappy with it. These are the methods we shoot ourselves in the foot because we do not believe we're good enough and that we have the worth. The opposite of good enough is perfect. I would go so far to say the enemy of good enough is perfect. Perfect is what's keeping us from the rich life we desire. So instead of falling over this idea we have to be 100% perfect, we are now going to stop this kind of cruelty and instead admit when we show up and do the work and accomplish, when we learn and grow, we are worthy and good enough. Just for showing up and doing the work, we are good enough. With this struggle that I've gone through for many years to not trip over this idea that I needed to be perfect, as I healed this new medicine was created inside of me. And in this liquid, diamond liquid oxygen, it was a breath that came inside of me, and the breath was velveted in kindness and compassion and forgiveness. And in this slipped right in with life-giving oxygen and truly met my needs. That is the medicine I'm speaking of, the ability to receive the life-giving oxygen. And the method to get there is understanding our humanity, that we are good enough. We've come to learn not to be perfect, to discover, and the discovering is within the good enough. So as I've shared this medicine with many people, they have changed it into their own words, to what it was an experience experience to them. One person said it felt like a warm wind. Another, like steam off of a good cup of tea. Each item, the medicine met their need. The oxygen went right to the correct place of true purity and receiving, and truly met their needs. And that means it created a connection to their humanity, a connection to truly living, being alive, not a connection to the unhappy situation of perfection. So I'd now like to go back to the 3 examples, and this time I'm going to show them from how a person knowing they're good enough and their worth would answer. Kathy, what an excellent job you did. And I say, thank you, with a smile. Kathy, you look lovely today. Thank you so much. And then the 3rd example with the speech. Kathy, wow, you finished the speech. Good work. Thank you very much. I have to say I'm really grateful. It's finished. I don't always feel as comfortable as I'd like when I'm giving a speech, but I showed up and I did a magnificent job. It was good enough. I am grateful. Thank you. So you understand that 3 situations can be totally different when you put on the glasses or the viewpoint of good enough and bring in the healthy oxygen that you need. I'm saying that you can transform your life with receiving a breath. How often do you breathe? How many opportunities does that give to transform your life? Take in that breath. Welcome the oxygen, or what you actually need, into you, and create it from the dynamic of knowing you in your humanity are already good enough. I hope to see you at Gentle Bear Healing, so I may be of service. And until then, breathe and take in life. Thank you.